it's Lars and the MultiPurpose Racer 2.0 sitting behind me, and today we're continuing a post that I made a couple weeks ago about the diet or the lightening of the car that's going through right now. Primarily focusing on the harnesses of the car, the dash harness, the body harness, the rear hatch harness, stuff like that. So first off, something I'm doing to the 2.0 that I didn't do on the 1.0 is I lightened the dash harness. Took a ton of wire connectors and control modules and such out of the dash harness. They just don't need anymore. Incidentally, that showed me even more wires that I could take out of the body harness. But instead of cutting up another body harness, I took the already lightened body harness from the MultiPurpose Racer 1.0 and I brought it and installed it on the 2.0. Then removed those wires, which saved me a ton of work, labor, and time and all that stuff. So here's a quick shot of the 2.0's factory body harness, connectors and stuff we just don't need anymore, and a box of wire that has come off of the dash, control modules, miscellaneous cables, this and that and such, that we just don't need anymore. Saving myself about 15 pounds so far. So that's not too bad. Something else that we did on, or I'm doing on the 2.0 that I didn't do on the 1.0 was I focused a little bit on the rear hatch. I took all the harness for anything that we didn't need, the rear hatch release and stuff, and the catch, all that stuff, and the wire related to that, and only left in the wiring that is related to the third brake light and the license plate lights, which is required when we do stage rally. Not road racing, but stage rally for sure. Now, the only weight that I put back in the car was the little hatch, the OMP hatches that we got here. About a half a pound. All in all, saved myself about 2.5 pounds out of the rear hatch, which is huge. So in addition, here is the wiring that consists of just for the rear hatch. This is the hatch and the wiring that goes to the front body control module. Pretty freaking crazy. So some other things that we did is I installed a couple of Deutsch connectors in strategic places, giving a little bit more serviceability to the car. So this harness runs underneath the car back to the rear diff, ABS control sensors and stuff like that. And that, like I said, it's just going to give us more serviceability. So if we have an issue with the body harness, we don't have to crawl underneath the car to get the harness off the car. So the last thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a little time lapse of removing these harnesses and covering them with some abrasive protectant and make it look all motorsporty. And then we're going to install it back on, and we'll come back and kind of show you the finished product. So, all right, let's get to work. Okay, so now that we got the harnesses removed and they're on the bench, as you can see behind me, I am going to be working the next couple nights trying to dress those harnesses up. We're going to be putting some shrink tubing and some of the flexible coverings on it. Just kind of vary everything up, kind of abrasive coverings, and just making sure the harness looks as best as we can get it. So stay tuned for that. When it's all finished, I'll come back and we'll show you the completed harnesses and installed, and we'll give the car a good start and see if everything works. So stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back shortly with the next installment. Thanks again, and see you at the racetrack.